or at the end of Naruto episodes, you got like their weird talk show host thing that they do, which I don't understand.
Juju Stroll. Hello, everyone. Welcome.
Welcome back. Actually, I should be saying that to myself.
It's been a hot minute.
It has. Actually, I got the one thing I never wanted to get in my entire life. I got the COVID-19. And let me tell you, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. Well,
You know
who you are. But crispy apple. Anyway, but the experience of COVID-19 was horrible, to say the least. I got it one day. I was coming home from work. I started to feel a little cold, and that was when it was like 75 degrees, and I had the heat on in my car. Came home, felt a little achy, went to bed, woke up, and then said, no, there's something wrong. But the weird part is I started to feel better. And I overdid myself. I changed the oil in my car. I friggin' excuse me. Can't even think straight, to be honest with you. Still on a lot of Tylenol. I dropped off my car at Volkswagen, and I was doing stuff, and then the next day I was down for the count. I literally had a 101-degree fever. I couldn't think. I had such a pounding headache that I was like, whoa. And then I got my results and I was positive. But as the days went on, I started to feel better and better. It's just now that I'm really, really tired. I'm tired. I'm tired now. And I only got up at 12 and I am now ready for bed.
Hey, are you tired?
Yeah, I am.
Ah,
I
I
am.
didn't notice.
I am very tired. But that was the extent of my COVID. Thank God it did not get any worse than some other people, unfortunately, had to deal with. But, I'm on the up. But I still got to take it easy because, again, I feel very drained. Almost like when you donate blood and you feel like you're going to pass out the next minute.
Ugh.
That's what that feels like to me.
Yeah.
How was your week, Brandon?
Full of sunshine. We're doing great. So, RJ, after a year of not having COVID, now you have had some cases where you were kind of exposed or close to having it. How did it feel knowing now that you do have it after a year of dealing with this?
Well, that's the weird thing. Like I spent a year of kind of isolating myself the first 5 months. I didn't see anyone. I went out on the boat a few times with a few of my friends. That was it. But then I started working again, but I was diligently safe, excuse me. However, I know who brought it into my house and got us sick. Yeah, it wasn't me, and I'm happy that was the case.
We love to see it.
It wasn't my job either, believe it or not. I did not get sick from there because I would have got sick 4 weeks ago when we talked about it originally.
This is true.
When I knew I was sick, it was like instant, and I was out for the count. And thank you, Lauren, for checking up on me every 25 minutes.
25, really?
Well, that was usually the time I would snap her back.
Well, I'm glad that you're feeling better.
I mean, I just have a cough. I can smell and I can taste, which is very strange. However, like I said, I feel very drained, almost like if I did too much. How do I put this? Did too much exercise. You know what you're saying? And you work too much and then you try to deal with stuff. That's what it feels like. And for a while, I really didn't even go on my computer. Looking at a computer screen literally made my eyes bug out. The only thing I really did was play or watch TV, Netflix, Hulu, whatever, you name it, with the TV brightness turned all the way down just because it would hurt my eyes. And that was that first couple days I had this thing.
You're a vampire.
No, I had COVID and I was dying. That was the extent of that.
Well, to speed things up, welcome to another episode of Jabip of the Week.
Thank you for tuning back in, everyone. I hope you had a glorious 2 weeks. Well, I think it's been just a week, if I'm not mistaken. Last week, I literally couldn't get up and move. But now, here we are, and I'm still in isolation in my bedroom.
Imagine
With
if we were doing this live.
no,
Production 86.
86 RJ. I'd have to be doing this anyway.
Yeah. I'm just there, like set up in the studio, like, RJ, what do you think?
Exactly that. All right, so let's stop talking about COVID. I'm going to talk about happy and stupid and funny things. So, Brendan, you're the trip of the week.
So, RJ, I went to a
That's
little
me.
gathering at my friend's house.
Oh, did you wear masks?
Yes. And we also spent a lot of the time outside. It was a nice day. So, when you're
Lucky.
outside, you can kind of have some leniency.
Oh, lucky. The only thing I did was drive around, and that literally made me feel like I'm going to throw up.
So, I see this girl that I haven't seen before. And I was like, oh, she's kind of cute. Like, maybe we can chat. And I go up to her, we're talking the usual college flirt talk. What
Yeah.
school are you from? What are you doing for a job? Blah, blah, blah. And she asked me, do you go to school or anything? And I said, yeah, I go to school at William Patterson for acting. She's like, that is so cool.
Oh, my God.
She gets interrupted by one of her friends. And then she comes back. I was like, oh, hey, welcome back. And she goes, no, thanks. So do you go to school?
She asked you again?
She asked me again.
Right there, I would have just got up and walked.
I had a beer in my hand and I was like, I am not drunk enough for this yet.
I could only, I wish I could see your face in the moment of this happening.
I felt my brain literally deflate itself for 3 seconds. And then I just walked away. But RJ, who is your Jabit
So,
of the week?
so as you know, I was isolated in my room, but I still had contact to the outside world via every platform on the planet. And there was this particular person that kept asking me to hang out when I said at least 10 times, I am sick. Before I had COVID, or if I knew I had COVID, excuse me, I would say, hey, I'm not feeling good. I have to wait for my results to come back to make sure I don't contaminate anyone, and anywhere, wherever I go. So she was, she would just keep asking me. So she had to get blocked. Now she's my friend. So I unblocked her in the good gracious of still being friends with this person. Then she started to hit me up about somebody I don't even talk to, someone that I'm friends with on Snapchat, but I don't really talk to them, acquaintances. And she's obsessed with this person. She would ask me what his movements were, like telling me to stalk him on the Snap map. I'm like, this is none of my business. I'm not getting involved. You opened your own can of worms with your own problem. That's my Bajip of the week. I love her as my friend. However, she is ridiculous and warrant 2 blocks in one night.
What an analogy. Can of worms.
Well, I don't like when people say cooking with cooking with gas or cooking with grease. I don't understand that
Huh?
subject. You never heard our low?
I've never heard that.
I don't know. Okay.
You
So,
can't cook unless you got gas.
well, that is very true. You need some sort of fuel. Although in my solace, I've been playing a lot of Legend of Zelda. That is my favorite video game franchise of all time. I literally plan to have the Triforce tattoo implanted on my back.
Interesting.
I have to wait till
didn't
I get
even know
better
that.
though. Oh, because I just thought of this week.
Ah,
I'm an avid fan, but I was in the dark for quite a while. Then I started replaying, and now I'm hooked. I'm literally playing the older games on my GameCube that I think is starting to call it quits. And I'll be very upset.
but we're bringing in something a little new here. we want to start answering some questions.
That we ask each other, not you asking us, because we honestly won't answer you.
Unless, if you have any questions for us, though, comment down below whether you're seeing this on TikTok, which we are now on.
Did
So
not
be
know
sure to
that.
check it out. I will put it in the description below, or comment down below on YouTube. We're on both. We check both, or even our Instagram. If you want to ask questions, ask them in the comments, and we'll be sure to take a look. If they're good, we'll put them on.
Excellent. Especially on Instagram, it's easier for us to talk to you, DMs. Some of the other platforms like Facebook, we don't even have a Facebook, but I don't like Facebook. I don't use Facebook.
Facebook is for grandpas. Don't at me. Grandpa.
That's you, Karens. That's you. Karens and Kens.
So, RJ, first
Sir,
question.
hit it.
Is cereal soup?
It is. You know why I say this? Because when you look at a soup, let's say, like since we worked at the Crispy Apple, soups were a staple. Every soup has its, well, liquid, either it be watery or creamy, which would you can argue that would be the milk. And then in a soup, depending on what it is, unless it's just a broth, but we're not counting that, you have some form of vegetable protein floating around in said liquid. And in the cereal, you can either have it warm or cold. I personally prefer it warm, not gonna lie.
Really?
I do. Especially when I'm not feeling good. Like I've been drinking gallons of tea and hot cereal. And I literally say that's soup. Stuff floating around in liquid that you eat. That is soup. Argue me. Fight me down in the comments below. I'm always ready, as you know.
See, I did
Ah,
have a differing perspective, but with my new insight of hot milk being used, could see it as a soup.
see, God complex. I am
Well,
right.
if you think about a tomato soup, there's the quote alphabet soup. And those letters are kind of the same size as, like, let's say Cheerios.
This is true. This is true.
By that calculation, cereal is soup. Don't get it twisted.
I'm gonna start
You're
my
going to
own.
see it on the posters. Frosted Flakes, sugary soup.
Think about it. It is a soup. If you
2022, stay woke.
Hashtag.
Hashtag soup cereal.
Hashtag woke at Twitter. Anyway, now? I have a question for you, sir. Weirdest smell you ever smelt?
Ooh. That's actually a really good one. I feel like a lot of the time I hear about it, I get disgusted.
What?
Patchouli.
No, you have to enlighten me because I'm slow. But what is that?
Patchouli, at least from every time I heard about it, I don't even know what it is, but it's very potent. And it's got a weird linger to it that you'll be able to smell that for hours on end. And you're just there like, no way. This is disgusting.
Well,
How about you, sir?
to be honest, since I was sick with the said COVID-19, the weirdest smell is not being able to smell your favorite foods.
Ooh,
I
it's pretty
can't
weird.
smell coffee. It doesn't taste like anything when I was first not feeling good. Do you know what that's like? It's just hot liquid. It could have been anything. But I knew it was coffee by the
It
look.
could have been milk for your soup.
You just couldn't smell it. Even bad smells, you couldn't smell it. And you knew this if you went to the bathroom, you had no idea you went to the bathroom.
Did you try like those taste tests that people would do like in the height of COVID. They were like, "Oh, hot chili pepper.
Yep.
I don't taste anything."
I had jalapenos. I did taste the hot though, the sensation.
Hmm.
And but like so like for example, back at my job, my supervisor had it. She said she couldn't even taste the hot pepper, which I don't know how is that possible because he still burns. But hey, whatever. Each to their own, I suppose.
Yeah, like some people were tasting like onions and crap like that, and I was like,
I
okay.
could I could taste. I actually had a pack of, I don't know where they are. I had Starburst. I tasted those, like a really sweet stuff, like Jolly Ranchers and stuff like that. That I tasted, but regular basic food, nada.
I would hate that if I had like a slice of pizza and I couldn't taste the pizza.
I had
Kill
pizza
me.
though one night. Couldn't taste it. It was literally mush in my mouth.
Shoot me directly in the big toe, please and thank you.
The big toe. What about the pinky toe? I think that would hurt more.
No, that would just be annoying because then I'd be like,
All right, so we'll take a shotgun blast to your foot, so you lose the foot instead of your big toe.
both. Take it or leave it.
Take it or leave it.
Case
The
closed.
deal is right.
But RJ,
Sir,
what is something that everyone looks stupid while doing?
oh, influencing on YouTube.
Be sure to follow the podcast, check it out.
You know why? Because it's literally people on the internet reaching out to people about nonsense. And
That's kind of
then,
like TikTok
oh, good point. Now,
because you're going to have those times where it's like, oh, if you're looking at this and this is meant for you, and in order to claim your destiny or manifest this and multiply the square root of Appleseed, then you got to like, favorite, and share to 3 other people. Like, eat dicks, bro.
whoa, yeah, eat dicks. But the only reason why I say that is because people, for some reason, listen and follow. And it's actually amazing.
Disciples.
Like my little cousin, she knows it, people from YouTube and TikTok, and I'm like, I don't even know them, and I have to look them up to figure out. And I'm like, you watch this stuff? I'm like, isn't that even enjoyable?
I mean,
She
there are
says
times you
yes.
watch it on Instagram. You watch the Instagram reels that are of TikToks, and it's like, what are you doing? Just download TikTok, damn it.
To be honest with you, I don't really watch the reels on TikTok, Instagram. I
Oh,
watched them on
oh, you
I
caught
watched
him.
them on I watched them on YouTube when they pop up my thing.
Oh my god.
But it's mainly like machines and animals. Like that's what comes up. Like I don't see anything else.
True.
And the occasional anime thing.
Amine.
Like there was one where there was a thing of Naruto. They superimposed the picture over an actual human being doing some of the martial arts that Naruto does, which I thought was really cool. That I saw in the corner TikTok, and I closed it out.
Uh, uh. You'd be surprised. A lot of the edits that people do on there, top tier.
I don't know who has all that time in the world and doesn't work, but that's also me.
Well, like might be like their job, though.
That may be.
That might be what they want to do when they grow up.
Any TikTok
If they
famous
grow up.
people? Comment down below how much money you make off of these things. Please and thank you.
If you have any tips towards the algorithm, the way to grow, let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Comment down below.
Brendan, you said that you wanted to talk us something about YouTube.
That is correct. So
I have no idea what this is about, so I'm in for a treat, I suppose.
So YouTube is removing the ability to see dislike counts under videos.
Why?
And honestly, I feel like it's sort of that sensitivity response. So YouTube tweeted out, in response to creator feedback around well-being and targeted dislike campaigns, we're testing a few new designs that don't show the public dislike count. If you're part of this small experiment, you might spot one of these designs in the coming weeks.
Now that as a creative, I guess the idea of a dislike is to show how the audience is responding to a video, you know?
Right.
Like, not everyone's gonna like everything. It's just what it is. However, it helps the creative understand what people like and people don't like. To get rid
Yeah.
of that option is kind of censoring everything. Like the whole point of YouTube is to be creative and make your own content and post it. What was their old slogan? Broadcast yourself.
Broadcast yourself.
So now you're taking away the ability for people to judge you, in a sense, both good or bad, and to comment. That's the point.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's the whole point.
I mean, part of this platform being, YouTube is for some people it really helps with their either their anxiety or depression or um, lack of self-esteem or confidence. So when they put themselves out there, you get the likes, you get the dislikes, you learn what you can improve. You need criticism, and it's going to happen with dislikes. I
Yeah.
understand there are a lot of dislike campaigns, but you need errors in your quest or journey, whatever you want to call it, because that's the only way you can learn.
Yep. Here, here.
I'll drink to that.
Speaking of that, I haven't drank anything in 2 weeks. Not a
Let's say,
not a drop of alcohol.
take a shot of Everclear. I'm sure you're gonna be able to smell and taste that.
Oh no, no. But yeah, I mean, people need to draw the line between being sensitive and learning from your mistakes.
Yeah,
Like, I bet you it's because of some of these people that get mad, these high profile YouTubers get mad because people are disliking their videos. Well, that's a shame. Make better content or just don't talk about the topic that you're doing.
yeah. I mean, part of it is also, at least for me, if you want to put something out there, put it out. And if you're confident with your content and confident with yourself, then you would leave it there,
Yep.
no matter, just regardless of likes or dislikes. You're
Yep.
putting it out because it's something you want to put out. Like, you shouldn't be caring about that.
Excuse me. It's the same thing in the terms of like in Hollywood, for example. Like there are some movies that are genuinely terrible and people know it. The producers know it, I should say. Then there's movies that are phenomenal. For example, the greatest movie of all time, Godfather. There will people that won't like it. And if it was on YouTube, they're still gonna dislike it, but it doesn't like matter. You know what I don't know how to put this here. Sorry, I'm a little fucked up in here. Um,
I mean, I get your point.
you know what I'm saying though? It's like there's certain things that warrant to be bad, and then there's certain things that warrant to just be good. And but there's always going to be negative criticism or positive criticism for both ends, is what I'm
Yeah.
trying to say.
I mean, I think a good example would be recently the Justice League Snyder Cut. You know,
Ooh,
Joss Whedon had his turn directing Justice League, and it was really bad. And there were some parts where it's like, it's all right. But now you have Zack Snyder's, which still isn't perfect, but he learned. He learned from the mistakes of Batman v Superman and Man of Steel, and he transformed it into a really good. It is long, and granted, you could probably cut a minimum of 30 minutes, I would say,
really?
and still have those same messages put out. Just really long music montages that just could really be trimmed up a little bit.
Well, that's the whole point of a cut, isn't it? Director's cut is you keep all the stuff you wanted in.
Well, you can also have a director's cut where I don't know, for me, those scenes where it was just too long, like even for a director's cut, you could trim it. Like that's kind of just like, look, if you want to hear the whole song, just buy it on your phone, listen to it. It's like, no, Aquaman's got to be standing in the water for a solid 10 minutes. Like, God, just leave him in the water. Like, go grab a sandwich and come back.
You could probably. I didn't see it yet. I have to be honest with you. Superhero movies aren't my big thing. I'm more of a fantasy action adventure person.
Touche, sir.
Don't get me wrong. I think they're awesome and I think they're great pieces of art and money making, but damn, you can only watch it when I'm in the mood, you know? There's certain things I can watch anytime. No problem.
Like Titanic.
I only watch Titanic when I'm sick
Fair enough.
and have 4 hours to burn.
The Snyder Cut is 4 hours.
Well, that's on the list too. Maybe I'll watch that tonight.
But speaking of fantasy, action, and adventure, Godzilla vs. Kong, as we're recording it, is out today.
So excited.
We were going to watch it together in theaters, but RJ got the Rona. So we're going to wait.
We're going to wait. We're going to go to the movies. We're going to give you a full review. I mean, from the trailer, I don't know why both. I mean, Godzilla's a hero, an anti hero, a villain. It changes throughout every single movie. But this one, it seems like he's the villain and Kong is the good guy. But in Kong's original form, he was the bad guy. So.
Return to Monkey.
Yeah. I mean, I'm curious to see what the story is. I've been seeing a lot of Mecha Godzilla. If you're a fan of the kaiju's, which I happen to be, it seems like he's going to be in this movie. I don't know how. It's just a theory of mine. Maybe the reason why Godzilla's bugging out is because he's there and Kong has to stop him. Then they team up at the end. That's my theory. Could be wrong. Probably am. But it's always nice to speculate.
Well, I think in the trailers, there was one shot where you see like almost like a mechanized version or blueprint of Godzilla. So people were like, Mecha Godzilla. And there's even a scene where it looks like it's a robot version of Godzilla attacking citizens.
Well,
sus.
Wait, there's I think I'm gonna say 70s Godzilla movie where he versus Mechagodzilla and he's in like a kind of Terminator skin suit.
Yeah.
So maybe that's like that. I don't know. It's gonna be awesome to see though.
Godzilla, you're naked. Oh, I didn't put on my exoskeleton today. But I'm very excited for it. It's been a while since we've had. When was the last Godzilla movie? Like 2 years ago?
I want to say 2018. Yeah,
So
three maybe.
come back.
I actually was away in Texas, so it had to be 2018.
Welcome back, Godzilla and Kong.
I don't know why King Kong though. I don't see the appeal with him. Just saying.
Well, it was good for Skull Island. I liked Skull Island. That was good.
Actually, my favorite King Kong movie is Peter Jackson's 2006 King Kong.
That one was good too, I was going to say.
But there's a director's cut or extended version of it that's so much better because they add more stuff happening on the island. I mean, it's a long movie as it is.
Yeah.
But the extra stuff they add is worth the time. With it.
Comment down below who you think is going to win, Godzilla or Kong. Before you see the movie, though.
Or neither. It might be Mechagodzilla if he's in the movie.
Maybe, you know what? They can't beat Goku, okay? Enough said.
Well, there's certain characters that could beat all of them. I'm not gonna say who.
But can they beat Goku though? No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna be one of those Dragon Ball assholes.
I think Goku is the most powerful anime character to exist.
You're goddamn right.
Unless you can't incorporate One Punch Man.
Oh, even with Saitama.
So actually, that would be my go-to team: Goku, Saitama, and Naruto.
Ooh.
That would be the OG team of anime.
See,
And probably every character from Demon Slayer as a supporting role for these main characters.
oh, see, that's good. And then I would probably add my boy Kageyama from Mob Psycho.
Ooh.
This man's a tank, absolute beast.
Well, what's the big three? One Piece, Naruto, and Dragon Ball.
Yep.
Then I think Demon Slayer became very popular.
Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen,
Hunter x Hunter,
definitely. Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan. It's a big one.
Ooh.
And Cowboy Bebop.
Cowboy Bebop, Bleach.
Which was kind of I guess Cowboy Bebop was the introduction for Cartoon Network on Adult Swim into anime.
Yeah, because then we kind of got ones like Samurai Champloo,
which sucked.
I wasn't a huge fan of it personally.
I remember when it was on TV and I hated that when that came on. Hated. I could watch Naruto back then. But that show, no bueno.
Yeah. But if you're watching anime, let us know down below what you're watching.
And for those of you that say, oh, I don't watch anime, don't text me that privately. Thank you very much.
Oh my God, RJ, like, why would you just call me out like that? It's not about you.
I call everyone out. Call everyone out.
But I think that's pretty good for this week.
I agree. I mean, I'm glad I got back in the computer chair to even open up my Mac. It literally has been off for a week. Oh, that's not true. I turned it on yesterday to print out a recipe, but
Liar.
I guess I lied. But I'm glad that I'm getting back to normal, and I'm really happy. Let's just say that. I'm glad I got to saw Brandon's gleaming bearded face.
Be like Buzz Lightyear over here. Thank you.
Tim Allen. Where you at? Where you at, Tim?
But thank you guys for your patience, your support, your coughing.
Sorry, COVID-19, the Rona.
Be sure to stay tuned for more episodes. Again, our socials will be down below. Comment some questions, any other comments that we talked about, Godzilla versus Kong, and etc. Check down below and stay tuned week after week. We're already starting episode 7.
We already have it in the works. So I hope you all have a good day. Feel better. Wear your masks. Please wear your masks. It's very disrespectful to people who don't wear their masks. I haven't done this in a week, so I'm a little tired. I'm literally tired from doing this, believe it or not. So I hope you all have a good week and hope to see you next week. Peace out.
Take care, guys. Peace.